Hello everyone, my name is Clyde and welcome to Clyde and Climate. Today, our video is all about beef. Beef is a type of red meat that comes from cattle. You would know these as your cows and bulls. Beef has always been a very popular type of meat around the world, especially in Malaysia, where they are the largest beef eaters in Southeast Asia. Each Malaysian eats around 200 grams a week, which is almost a whole steak. Right now, there has been more demand for beef in Malaysia because of the growing population, around 5% each year. So, what beef dishes are there in Malaysia? Well, one of the most popular ones is the beef rendang. This dish is especially popular on festive celebrations such as the Hari Raya Aidilfitri. There are also other dishes such as beef satay, braised blackened beef, and beef curry. Although these dishes are tasty and important to Malaysian cuisine, more production of beef would be really bad for the earth. This is because beef has the highest carbon footprint than any other food ingredient, which basically means it's the most harmful one to the planet. But why? Let's start with a single cattle. Cattle need a lot of space to be able to move freely and farmland crops to feed them. This takes up a lot of land, where usually forests would be cut down to be used as land. The cut down trees would then release a greenhouse gas that was stored inside, called carbon dioxide. Additionally, when cattle eat, their stomachs go through a process called enteric fermentation to be able to eat their food properly. The cattle would then burp and release another greenhouse gas called methane. Now, why are these greenhouse gases bad? In short, when these greenhouse gases are released into the air, they trap heat from the sun, making the earth much warmer, also known as global warming. Scientists say that beef is responsible for releasing about 16% of total greenhouse gases on Earth, which makes sense because we have around 1.5 billion cattle. So, not only has beef been bad for the environment, if there is higher beef demand, more greenhouse gases will be released from more cut down trees and cows, further making the earth hotter. So, what can we do? What we need to do is to eat less beef in our daily lives to decrease beef production. By reducing beef production, it will keep forests alive and decrease greenhouse gas release into the air. Although, there are some challenges. For example, beef lovers would most likely not give up on their favorite meat and rather ignore the harm it causes. This behavior might happen to Malaysians because beef is highly ingrained in their cuisine and in their daily diets. Still, the key here is to reduce eating beef, not to fully stop eating beef. Let's try to do some calculations. If a single Malaysian doesn't eat beef for a whole week, they can reduce about 14 kilograms of greenhouse gas emissions. So, imagine if Malaysia had a no beef week, where every Malaysian stops eating beef for a week. We would reduce about a total of 515 million kilograms of greenhouse gas emissions, which would be amazing for the environment, so every gram of beef counts. You can try substituting beef in your diet for other types of red meat, poultry, or even better, like plant-based foods. Additionally, studies show that eating less red meat such as beef would also improve your health, such as lower heart disease, lower risk of cancer, and less premature death risk. So not only are you helping the planet, but you're also helping your health. So, let's all try to do our best to eat less beef. That's all for this video. See you on the next one!